Once I have completed the editing of my graphic, now is time to actually export it so that I can use it in something other than Adobe Illustrator. So maybe you want to use it as a slide background in a PowerPoint file, you want to upload it to Canvas, you want to use it in an email. So the way that I do this is if there is, in the program that I'm going to be using it for, if I am able to use like high quality graphics, I will usually always export as a PNG. And the reason is that PNGs preserve transparency. In the particular document I have here, it's not a big deal, but if you've ever copied a graphic into PowerPoint, like a character, and it's got this white box around him, well, that's not cool. So you just want to remove that. You don't want that there, you just want the character. Well, when you use Illustrator, you export that as a PNG to remove that outline, that white box, so that just the picture of your character is showing up in PowerPoint. So to save as a PNG, you'll go to File, Export. I usually do Export As, and then PNG is selected here because I use it all the time. I say Use Artboards because I don't want anything that is over the other sides of the artboards to export. So this is another thing that you can do instead of using a clipping mask. And obviously I'm going to name it something else and put it where I want to put it. So that's how you export as the PNG. If I do that, it's going to give me a box. It's going to ask me about the background color. Do I want it to be transparent? I can just say that I want it to be white, and then you can see that it solidifies some of this stuff because there's some gradient in this pink box. I can also change the quality of the document. 300 ppi is pretty high. That's going to be more than sufficient for most everything that you're doing, print values, anything online. It's going to create a larger file though, so medium is often going to be enough. And then, so I'm just going to leave that and say, okay. So now it's actually saved as an image file that I can use in online, in PowerPoint, etc. I want to make sure as well that I save this as an Illustrator file so that I can actually edit it later if I need to. So then I save that as an Illustrator file. This one already exists, so just, yeah. If you want to save it as a JPEG, once you save it as an Illustrator file, this opens up some options here for you. You don't really need to change anything in there. The other option for exporting into an image file is you can do something like export for screens. And what this is going to do is it's going to default to, this one should default to like a JPEG when you first do it. It might be PNG, but you can change the file format here. And JPEGs have a smaller image quality. Some programs will only accept JPEGs as the image type. So if you need that image, you need the JPEG, then you can use the export for screens option and say export the artboard. And what that did is it actually created a folder here that has this graphic in it, and if I go to the properties, I can see that it is a JPEG file. So that's exporting as a JPEG, exporting as a PNG, and then saving in Adobe Illustrator.